This used to be me. Glasses, short hair, iPad. Yeah, it's cute, but it doesn't feel like me anymore. Over the years, I've changed and so has my art. So it's time to create new profile picture that feels more like moi. This time I will be illustrating with Photoshop and my Cintiq. I had like a few months break from this little thing because I've been illustrating 2 books on it for month and I was so excited to just be finished with that project. So I just kind of turned back to my iPad, but I'm really excited to go back to this little dude here because the screen is so big. So I chose a few photos of me which I really like, and those are some things that I want to include. Since this is an avatar, my face will be a centerpiece, of course, but I also would like to include a bow perhaps, as well as like I want to show my long hair because I have much longer hair now, and perhaps an Apple Pencil. I don't know, maybe it would be too much. I kind of feel this will be the vibe and it's more like me. So those are my ideas. If you would like to create your profile picture, think about the things that makes you you. We are not creating like a self-portrait, we are not working on a super realism. We are making a character that resembles you, and it's not a copy of you, but it should have like your color eyes, something that makes you unique, your hair type. It should be something that when people look at it, they are recognizing you like right away. They think, okay, it's her. This is what you should think about. So what things make you you? And this is the list that I think I need to include in my profile picture that I believe that makes me me. I've been meaning to redraw my profile picture for so long. The last one I made it back in early 2022, and honestly it just didn't feel like me anymore. Since then I've had an eye surgery, grown out my hair, added a Cintiq to my setup, and now I work in both Procreate and Photoshop. So yeah, a lot has changed, not just my tools but my style too. And the old picture, it just didn't match who I am now. Last time I didn't even use references. This time I came prepared, and having good photos to work from made a huge difference. I didn't want a perfect portrait, I wanted a character that felt like me, and let's be real, profile pics are so teeny tiny, so it's more about the feeling than the little details. A few years ago, I heard an artist say it is better to sketch with a colored pencil instead of the black one. And honestly, I didn't get it. I mean, we've all been taught to use graphite our whole lives, right? But I gave it a try anyway, and wow! It took a bit to get used to, but now I literally can't sketch in black anymore. Somehow I landed on this pastel purple and it just stuck. It's softer on the eyes, easier to build on, and for me it completely changed how I draw. Totally game changer. I finished the sketch and I'm pretty happy with it. I know I went with my first sketch directly, I just changed it a little bit. It doesn't happen a lot. Today I felt like this was the one and I kind of nailed the angle that I really wanted to have in my profile picture. And I think this is only profile picture, so I don't need to like overthink it and make it way too complicated. And now it's time to add colors. I already found some inspiration on Pinterest. I have a Pinterest board made extra for it. I usually make like color thumbnails beforehand, or the base color will be always the same. So this time I just will start with the base color and then I will try the different options. This time around I didn't really have any expectations for how the illustration should look, and honestly that felt freeing. There was no pressure to make it perfect or match a specific vision. I just let it unfold. You can't really disappoint yourself if you're not chasing some imaginary end result. What I did know though was that I wanted to keep a bit of that recognizable magic, the thing people say makes my illustrations feel like mine. Working in Photoshop felt surprisingly natural after the long pause, but my process is almost the same as in Procreate. But now that I have a Cintiq, which by the way I did not expect to fall in love with, it's been a game changer. My drawings feel better, and when I sit down to use it, I'm fully in illustration mode. The screen is huge in the best way, though I'll admit my desk is tiny. I've got my MacBook, my iMac, my iPad, and now this giant Cintiq. It gets a bit crowded. I don't have a dedicated studio right now. We are still in our apartment. It is not little, but someday soon I am hoping for a space of my own. While I didn't really do traditional color thumbnails for this illustration, I did take time to explore the lighting. I made a few light direction studies, just small thumbnails because I wasn't sure yet what kind of an atmosphere I wanted, and honestly, it really helped me visualize the final piece better. A few years ago, I used to think thumbnails were kind of a waste of time. I just wanted to jump right into illustration, but after working on so many different projects, I realized I can't work any other way now. It saves me so much time and energy. It's like creating a little recipe for your piece, step by step. When it comes to lighting and color, I always look the references. I don't have all the details in my head. I need to see how light actually works in real life, especially how it affects objects, colors, shadows. It's endlessly fascinating to me. Even if I don't use the reference directly, just studying it gives me a clearer direction. And with color, I love looking at references when I feel stuck or unsure. I don't consider myself naturally talented with color and lighting, so seeing how others do it or how it appears in real life helps a lot. It gives me a starting point. Once I've done those lighting thumbnails, I like to keep them nearby during the process. They act like visual anchors, so I don't lose track of the vibe or directions halfway through. One of the hardest things I had to learn as a creative person was letting go of perfection. I used to get stuck trying to make everything flawless, overworking tiny details, redrawing the same lines again and again. But last year I decided to live by the motto better done than perfect. And honestly, it changed everything. I realized that the idea of perfect is just in my own head. Other people don't see those tiny things I obsess over. They feel the piece as a whole. So now I try to let go. I show up, I create, and I share, even if it's not perfect, because chasing perfection kills the joy. And honestly, people connect more with your voice and your ideas than with polished details. I'm honestly so happy with how it turned out. It feels more like me than anything I've drawn before. I didn't expect to love it this much, but it's even better than I imagined. I really hope this video inspired you to create your own picture, your own profile picture, or create one of your beautiful photos. Please tag me on your illustrations. I would love to see them.